Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. How's everyone doing today? I hope you are doing well. Now, today's reading is about Zara and Mike Tyndall. Yes, the Princess Anne's daughter and her husband. Now, Zara is an Olympian and a celebrity in her own right. She is a non-working royal and she does not have a title. Mike Tyndall is a rugby player, a podcaster, and a celebrity in his own right, and he is not a working royal, and he does not have a title. Omid Scooby, Meghan and Harry's mouthpiece, wrote an article slamming the fact that Mike Tyndall is going to appear on a game show called I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, where they go and live in the jungle and eat bugs and awful things. And yeah, I never watch it, but I might watch it this year. I don't know. I've never really been bothered by it at all, but it's very popular. So Mike Tyndall's going to appear on it. And Omid Scooby wrote a piece basically going, oh my God, if it was Meghan, it would have been there. But Meghan wanted to be a working royal and Meghan has a title. So yeah, she wanted to be half. It's totally different. It's totally different things that's totally separate. So we are going to have a look into that with the tarot cards. But before we begin, thank you very much for being here. I do appreciate you guys being here. You can join the new Emotionally Support Coven, which is $2.99 a month, and the details of that are down below. If you hit the join button, you don't have to go through all the pages, and you don't have to join, and it won't charge you. Just look into it, and it should bring up what the member perks are and everything. So have a look at that. There's also a giveaway I'm doing. All you have to do is leave a comment with a pumpkin on it. Entry is worldwide, but some restrictions apply. I'm giving away 3 copies of the Valentine Low Book on October the 31st. You can find more details about entry requirements and all that kind of stuff in the community page. It is free. Have a look at that. Thank you all very much for being here. Thank you to the Emotional Support Coven for being here as well. I really do appreciate you guys. Please like, share, comment, and there's my social media stuff in the description box below. So let's have a look at Harry, Meghan, and Mike and Zara's relationship. So let's start off with the Tyndalls. I'm going to do them as a couple because they're quite a cohesive unit. So I thought we'd start off with looking at them, what they think of Harry and Meghan. Now, if you remember back to the Queen's funeral, it did look a little bit cold between them. They did look a little, it was obviously an upsetting time, and it's hard to read people's body language and stuff at a funeral. Well, it's hard for me. I'm not a body language expert, but there is, they did look a bit frosty. Even for a funeral, let's look a bit frosty. So, Zara and Mike and the relationships with the Sussexes. Okay, so they're getting to a point where the end of the rope with them. They're impatient. They've had enough of them. They are very aware of them. They watch them. They're very cautious of them. I would say that they have had a kind of, they've seen enough to make an opinion. The son, they are focused on the children though. That's what they're really concerned about, is the children, their children. Fresh starts. What is known about the situation? Not working together, not cohesive, all separate out, completely on different paths. The paths won't cross. They don't have the same values and they don't have the same standards with that. That's an easy one to say, but what's underneath? Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so what really they focus on their relationship with is Harry, and they probably see him as a little bit more of the immature part of the relationship. That's their major concern with it. You can see the children crossing them. You can see that underneath we have their concern, and their major concern is the Knight of Pentacles is Harry. And with it being upright, they still have a little bit of they still have some time for him. With the Sun crossing and the reversed Hangman and the reversed Three of Wands, I wouldn't say it was that much time, but there is a soft spot there. Family is family at the end of the day. Queen of Pentacles is what's leaving the situation. Now, when I do royal family readings, the Queen of Pentacles is Kate. So something has happened with Kate to lead up to this. Kate, Princess of Wales, I should say. Something has happened with Catherine. Now, Catherine is in a positive aspect here. She's leaving the situation. So do you feel like something has happened with Catherine, Princess of Wales, Harry and Meghan, and Zara and Mike are aware of it? Okay, temperance, balance. This is a professional. We aren't going to hear really a lot from Mike. He's going to look very generous. He's going to look very kind of, they're going to both look very generous and very kind of like solid going forward. Very balanced in what they say, very friendly, a little bit of fun. But let's see what they think, what's going on mentally. It's caused them a lot of anxiety. It's caused them a lot of anguish. So maybe with this piece in that Omen Scooby's done, the bad blood, it has caused them some anxiety and anguish. It has caused them a little bit of upset. Not losing a night's sleep, but maybe tossing and turning a bit. They're over it though, because that's in the aspect, and they just feel like it's been attacked. There we have with the Seven of Wands, all the fighting back and forward, and they're feeling like they've had to be on the defensive because they did get attacked, and it did feel like it was unfair. Let's have a look and have a look. What's the Devil? Okay, wow. That's what they're really worried about, is somebody trying to coerce, control the narrative. They're worried about bad blood. They're worried about people being overly cruel for no reason, people being overly harsh for no reason. Maybe they've had a little taste of it with the article and the bots and things like that. They don't want to seem uncharitable. But they are concerned that there's something about charity. There's something about a balance between it all. And giving. They don't want to seem to be greedy and taking things. They are concerned about that. So something's going to happen with the Devil, with control, with in reverse. That they are aware that somebody could try and skewer things about them. In the short term, they're going to look really good. They look really well. They handle things very well. But in the long term, they might have a few little problems. Okay, so let's see. Let's do Harry first. Okay, so with the Four of Swords, for me, this is something that happened at the funeral for him. He's not happy about it. He feels like something occurred at the funeral for him. The Page of Cups. Interesting. So this could be how he wants to be perceived, because the Page of Cups is somebody who's very much fun, the joker, always like up for a party, always up for a laugh. and this is not how he is being perceived, so that could well be bothering him. There we have the moon above, what is known about the situation, shady dealings, things not going quite well. It's not a pleasant card, put it that way. You've got a lot of destructive tendencies within there. There's an unhappiness, there's a melancholy, there's things that are underhand, there is destructive emotions, there is things that are rising from the depth, there is a dark night of the soul. What is underneath Harry is the Queen of Swords. So this is someone who is very quick-witted. You're talking like Devil Wears Prada kind of energy, that woman from there. Quite sharp, quite cruel. There can be somebody who are very, they're not always cruel, but often they are very quick thinkers. They are very good at bringing things together, academically, business minded, legally minded, very sharp. They notice all the little details. So there's somebody around him who is like that. I don't feel like that necessarily is Harry, and he's maybe dealing with them. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so he feels like this has been fated, the way everything has happened. He just feels like it's fate. He doesn't feel like it's anything he's done with the moon. He doesn't necessarily accept responsibility either, because the Queen of Swords is there pushing him along for something. Two of Pentacles, change, out of balance, a rocky change. It's going to look like it's all about the money and this kind of work-life balance. It's all becoming very much a blur for him. Then we have strength. What's on his mind? It's very much a Leo card. So it's this, you've got this whole wanting to please, wanting to be strong, having to be strong. I can get through this. I'm managing, I'm coping. And he's had it. He's sick of carrying a burden with this. Okay, and there's death popping up. He's got quite a few major arcana. So he's concerned that there's going to be a change. He doesn't necessarily want this change as well, because we've got the Two of Pentacles there in reverse, and he's just really just trying to kind of ride things out while everyone can see these cycles of life, and he's kind of cracking. He thinks he's covering himself up really well. He thinks everyone can't see his motives, but people can, which is interesting. And then we have the Emperor in reverse. Okay, so he's going to have some issues with the king, with the family. Something is going to happen. He's going to have his, like, some daddy issues there. This is somebody who is really kind of at a loss of where they're at. He's at odds with how he wants to appear to be the Page of Swords, the Page of Cups to them, but he's conflicted because he's somebody else, not necessarily Meghan. I don't believe that's it. There may be someone else who is kind of around him, and it's leading him to show us the moon and the Emperor in reverse and death and change. This is very interesting. Harry is going to have a lot of changes coming up. Let's have a look at Meghan. Now this is Meghan and Tyndall's, so it's weird how Harry's just kind of like, when you've got the moon, I always feel like there's a disconnect, mental health wise. And the Wheel of Fortune is kind of all bringing it on. There's something happens at the this could well be with the stuff that came out from the article, like, oh, if it was Harry and Meghan, that could well have been prompted by the Queen of Swords, that article, to conflate them, the two, because anything to keep them in the headlines, anything to keep them in the headlines, even if it's negative towards the rest of the family. Four of Pentacles. So straight away there's a control issue for Meghan. This is about maintaining the emphasis on her, using anybody. Yeah. The Four of Pentacles in reverse, the stability, the foundations. She's trying to keep a hold of loads of money. She's trying to bring money in. She's trying to like spend money out, but she's trying to kind of balance everything, and she's not. When it's in reverse, you're hanging on too tightly, it's going to break. What's crossing her is something to do with Prince William, Prince of Wales, because we've got the King of Cups there. Something happened with Kate and William around the time of the funeral to her, and this is affecting their relationship with Zara and Mike for some reason. I don't know. Let's have a look and see about what's above. Well, we all know that she doesn't want to work with anyone else. She doesn't want to work with them. She doesn't want to necessarily be associated with them. However, the Four of Pentacles underneath it shows that she's quite happy to say, well, look over there, that's not fair, because if that had happened to me, it would have been completely different. But it doesn't necessarily make sense, because you've got the moon there showing that you know that it's not a fair transfer over. The Empress in reverse. Okay, so this is Meghan. Oh, this is funny. She's had her rebrand and she just wants her name out there. She wants to be the Empress upright. She wants everyone to think she's the cool, kooky mum, and nothing she does is really bad, and she's just really, really cool. And, you know, she does Duolingo and Wordle, and she makes all these really nice, yeah. This is her just... No, it's not. She's trying to be... She thinks she's in... The problem is she thinks she's in a competition with Kate, with Catherine, Princess of Wales. And she's not. She doesn't necessarily see Mike and Zara as competition, but she likes to get a kind of name in the press with the Queen of Swords there. Somebody's went, oh, look, somebody else has got press. I don't think they'd have done the same if it was like... They'll probably release stuff around when King Charles is doing stuff and Camilla, but I don't think they'd be so quick to conflate. And Temperance in reverse, and they've got Temperance upright. Oof. So everyone can see they're putting it on, and it's a 4 stacked. Everyone can see that because her Variety interviews just came out, and yeah, it didn't land very well, did it? The 8 of Cups. So there is going to be a loss for her with regards to this relationship. I don't know. I think Mike might do well in the what do you call it? I'm a Celebrity. But with the 8 of Cups there, it's definitely something's happening. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. There we have the Devil. She wants to be in control. She's got to be in control. She wants to know what's happening. She's trying to find out what's happening with other people. There's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of kind of dark arts with PR. Three of Swords, loss and heartbreak. Something's wounded her about this. She's actually feeling that it's not fair, and she could be, why wasn't she allowed to do all this stuff? She doesn't understand, and doesn't, it's not that she doesn't understand, she just doesn't want to understand that there are different layers of stuff and different, like Mike and Zara aren't working royals, they don't have titles, and I don't think she understands that, and she's kind of, I would say she's attached to them, and she doesn't want them to do well. And it's really bothering her because there's sorrow surrounding her. Now that could well be Harry. I think Harry's not having the best time. Yeah, the Hermit in reverse. There's going to be some difficulties for Harry coming up, and she is very aware of that. With the Empress in reverse there, we keep getting the Empress for Meghan coming up a lot. And I've got to say, she has tried to rebrand as Yummy Mummy, and she's also tried to had a puff piece out in Apple saying that they maybe wanting the third baby just to make her sound more motherly. I don't know if she will or not, though, have another surrogate or whatever it was. And the Star in reverse. There's a new way of doing things coming up on the interesting. We're probably going to see how unfair it is. She's not feeling happy because I think Mike and Zara are probably going to be on riding away from the charm offensive. They're going to do quite well out of it, I think, because they're very down to earth people. With the Empress in reverse there for Meghan, we're going to definitely hear some more I want to be the mother figure and all that kind of stuff. But all this mother figure stuff that's floating around is not doing Harry any good favors, because you've got the moon up right up there. There is she has had something has upset her with the whole family, but what started it was money, the funeral, and something to do with William. And Zara and Mike Tyndall showed that there was something with Catherine, Princess of Wales, that opened their eyes to Harry and Meghan's behaviour further. The Empress, and that's how it happened around the funeral. There's a lot of stuff going on. It does look like Harry and Meghan are having a tough time of it. She's definitely more controlling. She's going in complete overdrive here, and she's just going for it. She's just kind of she's like a force of nature at the minute. She's just going to keep going. Nothing you can do at the moment is going to stop her. She's just going to take what she thinks is hers, and she's going to say anything to make sure she can get it. And she just wants the world to view her in a certain light, and it's just, I don't know how she can get the energy for it, to be honest with you. Towards the end, there is going to be some interesting stuff. She is going to have some success in what she wants to do, but it's going to be at the temper. There's going to be at odds with what the king wants and what the relationship between Harry and the king, and it's going to try and make Zara and Mike look bad, but she's going to maybe have a little bit of a reinvention coming up for the Star again, another reinvention coming up later on. So it's just going to keep going and going and going and changing and morphing, and yeah, it's so weird. I didn't expect it to go there. Summarize really quickly, I feel the relationship is changed. I feel like something happened around the time of the funeral from the cards. Mike and Zara felt a bit more protective towards something that happened around Catherine, the Princess of Wales. Harry's feeling bitter and is not feeling great. He's not in a very good headspace. He's trying to be strong, but there's a lot of loss, grief around him. And he's up for someone wanting change coming up as well. With Meghan, something again, she's trying to control. She feels wrong. Something happened with William and she doesn't want to work with them, and she will conflate things against people, and the devil has come up for her. And the Hermit in reverse, which suggests this is some bad news coming around for Harry. It's not going to work right, but she's going to try and reinvent herself yet again. So there we go. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. I'm always interested in what you guys have to say about this. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate your time, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.